and one truth and one transparency.
Finish, or are you got something
yeah, but
more to say?
the people heard is not
Thank
Prince
goodness
Andrew.
you're
That's
here.
hold on.
Let me,
but that's ridiculous for you to say that the person heard is Prince Andrew.
Kevin, is that what you were?
I'm trying to finish a thought. Work with me on this, okay?
Okay, well, make sense though, please.
No, I'm going to help you so much tonight. So at the end of the day,
good luck with that.
What we can, you should go to jail.
You can't pretend
Let's
that
talk
it's not.
back for a
There
second.
are many people
Wait
in
a
the
second.
world who
Let's
think that
put
we
it
just
through
let
reality
too many
check.
people.
What do you want?
It's about
the government
Trump busts
shutdown
in.
bill. Let's listen.
Interrupts Abby Phillips. The cameraman is drunk here.
I don't want to hear anything else about it.
Do you have any evidence of that claim?
Clinton Jaws, please like this video. It's the only thing I care about. I don't want your money. Just give me a like. Abby Phillips. One of the best shows I watched was, well, recently. Last night? Because Abby gets it twice. She's forced to. You can see the light go on. Oops, I'm screwing up. I'm agreeing with Trump. Kevin O'Leary, brilliant. Also in the video, Crockett, just now, said this about Trump. Slanderous on CNN. And that's how we're going to end.
Charles, that it does show.
I love this.
Because
I love this.
I mean, I think his name is there.
Listen to what the
but
conservative
obviously there's no
says right
hard
after Charles
proof
talks.
of any actual wrongdoing.
In a different world, it's exactly what you just said. There's no proof that he's committed a crime. Nobody's accused him of committing a crime.
What?
There's just an association in the emails that we've seen so far. Now, there is a question about whether or not, if you knew something was happening, you knew something was untoward, you knew about it, whether or not you had a moral duty to report that to someone or not. Now, there is a question about that. But because Donald Trump is acting like a thief in church and panicking about this and acting like a guilty person, it makes people perk up and say, what is this about? Why are you behaving this way about these files if there is nothing in it that would implicate you in a negative way and harm you politically or otherwise? Because he's acting that way, I think more people are interested in this. More people look at this and say, we want all of these files released because you are behaving like a person who's guilty.
Ben?
I wish you guys gave this much thought and much obsession over this when Joe Biden was president. I wish you were asking for this much transparency when it wasn't about attacking the president of the United States of America and to score political points. I wish you guys cared about the victims as much as you care about trying to attack Donald Trump. When CNN's own reporting says, and I quote,
what?
The woman who is the survivor literally accused Democrats, not Republicans, of hiding her name because she had not alleged Trump
Wait, you're talking
to have
about
done
Virginia?
anything wrong.
You're talking about Virginia Griffith,
correct?
Who we just talked about.
And my point is,
she died by just.
Shut up, Abby.
But,
that was
she
before
accused Democrats when she was alive. Her words of hiding her name because she had not alleged Trump to have done anything wrong. That is how sick and partisan this has become. You guys didn't care about the victims. You didn't care about anything else. And now you're saying, well, maybe Donald Trump knew of a crime and maybe didn't report it. That's just straight up slander and libel.
No one cares about the victims. The whole
exercise. The Democratic Party did not care about Jeffrey Epstein until it was politically expedient to go after Donald Trump. Which is why we started the show. The government just got unshut down and we're like, Jeffrey Epstein.
Wait a minute. You can say it over and over again.
That's
a crazy, absurd talking point. And I don't even know what the point of you going in that direction is. Everybody here cares about the victims. That's why we're going down this avenue to expose what went on and what is covered up. And to say this, wait. You said it 3 times. To say this is about the Democrats not taking action.
You didn't do anything.
Wait a minute.
And I'll tell you guys right now, I wish Trump would just release everything.
Kevin is sitting here like a church mouse in the corner.
No, I love
not saying a word.
Jump on Kevin.
I love chaos.
Kevin,
he loves
listen.
chaos.
I love it. I love chaos.
The White House.
I love watching it.
You're a smart guy. The White House, they convene a Situation Room meeting.
Not with that brooch.
They bring Lauren Boebert over to the White House to try to strong-arm her into not voting to release the Epstein files.
Kevin.
If this is a nothing burger, as Ben is suggesting, why are they acting so aggressively to shut this whole thing down? Why not say, actually, let's release the Epstein files. You're not going to find anything in here that incriminates the president.
So let's just look at facts, because I mean everybody has a political position on this. Epstein's still dead tonight, still dead. All the people that have been really hurt by this actually were caught lying in a scandal, including a member of the royal family who was stripped of his titles, all that.
Say that again? All the people that were really hurt?
Yeah.
The people that were really hurt are the women, Kevin.
Yeah, and I'm
The
not
young girls.
I don't think having
who want
sex.
closure and want truth and want
Finish,
transparency.
or are you got something
Yeah, but
more to say?
the people hurt is not
Thank
Prince Andrew.
goodness you're
That's
here.
Hold on.
No, but that's ridiculous for you to say that the person hurt is Prince Andrew.
Kevin, is that what you were? Is
I'm
that what
trying
you're
to finish
trying to
a
say?
thought. Work with me on this, okay?
Okay, well, make sense though, please.
No, I'm going to help you so much tonight. So at the end of the day,
Good luck with that.
what we care about here is don't have sex with young girls. That's bad. If you did that,
just to be clear, having sex with young girls is not
illegal.
Sex. It is rape.
And if you did it,
Oh,
you
God.
should go to jail.
What do you think he meant?
Okay? Insinuating this on everybody, that anybody had anything to do with Epstein, that everybody involved had sex with young girls, is a falsehood. Now, those that did it, by the time this is over, are screwed. And they should be screwed. And there are victims. But at the end of the day, so much of this, as you've just seen here tonight, is completely political.
Kevin,
All right,
we're
shut
gonna
up, Kevin.
Listen in. Hold on. We're
Absolutely.
listening in to President Trump. He's at the
We gotta
White House
go.
signing the government
Trump busts
shutdown
in.
bill. Let's listen.
Interrupts Abby Phillips. The cameraman is drunk here. I don't know what the hell he's doing. Like, you know he's about to talk. You didn't have your shot set up?
Well, thank you very much. This is a big day, big night.
Okay, he opens the government. He doesn't take questions. Watch his staff. I love his staff.
Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it.
Get the hell out.
Thank you very much.
Watch his staff.
What a great day.
It's a great day. Well done, Mr. President. Great job. Thanks for guiding us through.
You're done.
All right, President Trump.
We're done.
All right, President Trump and the White House staff ushering the press out of the room. He did not take any questions.
This is where it gets really good. Abby just fumbles and I've never seen her like this. I love it. The holidays are almost here, and for families, that means excitement and a little bit of stress. For a lot of people, that means shelling out big bucks, and that can feel overwhelming. Especially if you're like me, you rely on credit cards to cover the basics. If debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but didn't do it because you didn't want to touch your low mortgage rate. This is what American Financing did, and that's why they're a sponsor of my show. They created the Smart Equity Loan. It allows you to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. It's not like a home equity line of credit where it can fluctuate with the market. The Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate. Every month you know what you're going to be paying. It's predictable. It allows you to use your home equity to pay off high interest debt, free up cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no fees, guys, to find out if you qualify. And I'm honestly not saying this because of my sponsor, but it feels so good when you free up cash flow and you put all your debt into one thing. I've done it a ton of times. Call American Financing today at 866-889-4244 or go to americanfinancing.net/Clinton to learn more.
This was the same exact deal that was on the table before the shutdown. So this was only about one thing.
I don't think it was the same exact
It was exactly the same deal. Even Democrats said that. There was Congress people today in the Democratic Party that said, yes, this was what was on the table at the beginning of the shutdown, before we had a shutdown. It's the same thing.
Same one.
The president's on edge tonight, and I hope people understand this, because he just watched the American people be held hostage for 40 days for something stupid.
So at the end of the day, I mean, they fought that fight, but they didn't really get a whole lot out of it.
Right, and that's where I do agree with you.
But, you're right in this context.
If I can finish this, if I got to finish this like you wanted to finish, I want to finish. I understand that part where people don't get a lot out of shutdowns ever. Whoever's holding it up, they almost never get their way. But what the Democrats did do was put a big spotlight on this fact.
Ooh.
These guys have passed a bill that's going to jack your insurance up through the roof. And we are trying to figure out a way to slow this down and stop this from happening until it happens.
Let's admit something.
So let me-
G7
H1Bs, guys. This is where Abby just flunks it.
J.D.
Since
Vance,
then.
just a couple of days ago, he was speaking publicly.
Uh-oh.
And he made it very clear. In fact, I think he said explicitly to a student at a Turning Point event, we have too much immigration
Of
in
course.
this country.
When-
He didn't say too much illegal immigration. He said too much immigration
Yes.
in this country. So
Wait,
I
Because
am
the
not
illegals
making-
ruined it.
Hold on. I am
Let
not
me
making. I am
filter
not
that comment.
making. Hold on. No. Don't filter. Let's just listen to what people are saying. He was, and trust me, I'm not taking him out of context. He was asked a question, actually by somebody who was in an intimate relationship with an immigrant. And he said, we have to face it. We have too much immigration in this country. That is a real thing in MAGA world. You can't
and
pretend
let's
that
talk
it's not.
facts for a
There are
second.
many people
Wait
in
a
MAGA
second.
world who
Let's
think that
put
we
it
just
through
let
reality
too many people
check.
in,
Thank you,
legal
Kevin.
or
Number one economy on earth, the American economy. How was it built? Immigration. Look, after the Second World War, the scientists we brought into this country, we curate the best, we bring them here to create jobs and companies.
I think Trump is also trying to spin this now
Spin
to
this.
make it
Trump is
as
spinning it.
if it is not actually about the Amazons, the Metas, the Microsofts. H-1Bs right now are not going to shipbuilders.
Because we don't build ships here.
Well, yeah,
that's-
but also
that's why they're
because
not
if
going
you're
to.
building, hold on, if you're building ships for the U.S. military, you're probably not doing it on an H-1B. That's the first thing. But the second thing is they're trying to sort of like shoehorn this policy into their tariff policy, and it's really not that. I do think the H-1B program needs some attention. It needs some degree of reform.
Abby, do you
but
want the
but it
next
seems-
Einstein to come to America
No.
or to Shanghai?
But
What do you
Kevin-
want?
It's about
but
fighting for
Kevin, don't
talent
you-
and
but,
people that are
hey,
brilliant.
I'm not fighting against an H-1B visa, folks. I'm
Aren't
the
you?
daughter of immigrants. Both my parents are naturalized citizens
like
of
you
this
are.
country.
So you should be
I believe
for
it.
bringing people
I am,
here.
I am saying there are real concerns that people have about companies that abuse the system.
We're talking about genius, bringing 65,000 geniuses to America.
Kevin,
Yeah.
you know that it is not just geniuses. Sometimes they're abusing the system and sort of bringing in medium to low wage workers to
How many of them are at Meta or at Microsoft?
I mean,
or at
listen,
St. Jude Children's
I'm not-
Research Hospital?
I want you guys to know that right now they're arguing with her. And at the end of this, she plays the victim. Just watch. You heard what she said.
I'm not arguing against H-1Bs. I'm just saying the percentage of those visas that go to
Listen.
life sciences is 1.9%. Mathematics and physical science is 2.9%.
What- Mr. Wonderful, what percentage
4.4%
of the-
go to medicine and health.
Right, but what
10%.
percentage of the economy is
Six-
that? It's
hold on a
probably, I bet
second.
you it's pretty close to that.
65% of H-1B visas go to computer-related jobs.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
all
that?
I am
What's wrong? It's
saying-
technology.
All I am saying is that actually, I think you're right. Maybe there's an argument to be made that more of those visas should be available for rural
so-
hospitals. Should be.
Do you see what just happened there? Well, actually, what a light has gone on, so I'm actually saying that you guys are right. That's not the road you were going down.
Probably, I
second.
bet you it's pretty close to that.
65% of H-1B visas go to computer-related jobs.
Yeah.
What's wrong with
all
that?
I am
What's wrong? It's
saying-
technology.
All I am saying is that actually, I think you're right.
Oh, actually.
Maybe there's an argument to be made that more of those visas should be available for rural
so-
hospitals, should be
let me-
available for people in the life
Let me
sciences.
go back.
It is so embarrassing when somebody can't say, hey guys, good point. Instead, she goes, no, what I'm actually saying now is, if I was on the show and somebody convinced me of something, I would be like, wow. You just convinced me otherwise. You would have so much more respect.
My whole point is, at the end of the day, it's a competition globally, and it's between two giant economies, China and the United States of
And
America.
I go with America.
And listen, there's nobody else that compares in terms of the size of the economies. Right now, why is Zuckerberg paying $100 million for 10 years for one AI scientist? Because we don't have enough of them in America. Say there's a kid or a woman in Pakistan that is 14 years old that's clearly a math genius.
Yeah.
And we're going to say, no, you go to China and we'll compete with you later. How about we bring them into this country like we did in the 50s? Like, how screwed up is this?
I totally think.
Nobody's arguing against this.
Yeah, I don't know
Why are you guys so against Donald Trump changing a little bit on this? You guys are mad at Trump for actually adapting to what we're discussing right now.
I think you're arguing with yourself.
I'm not arguing myself. I promise you. Donald Trump, there's the Trump document on this. All right, I'll explain in 5 seconds. The Trump document.
You have never explained anything in 5 seconds.
Well, listen carefully and don't interrupt, and maybe you'll get it in 5 seconds.
But hold on a second.
You ready? Let somebody get a stopwatch. I'll make it that simple.
The reason you're arguing with yourself is because we're trying to have a conversation about policy, and you keep wanting to make this about whether Donald Trump is right or wrong.
Because you guys don't understand Trump policy, and I'm trying to explain to you. Trump's policy is simple.
You're trying to make as if Donald Trump is right or wrong. Look at the headline. Trump ignites MAGA anger over affordability.
When you have 20 million people that break into this country, or 15 million, he doesn't like that. He wants skilled workers to come in the right way.
Was he wrong in 2016 when he was against H-1Bs?
This is literally why I don't understand why you guys hate him so much.
I can give you a list. But I need a lot more than 5 seconds.
And Donald Trump changes and adapts and becomes president.
I don't like him because of racism. I don't like him because he's
I know why you don't like him.
Sexual abuser.
But what
I don't like him because he's
I'm
convicted
going to let
under
Chris have a
34
quick
counts.
word.
For doing a hot hooker.
I kind of think that this conversation is sort of going sideways because I know Ben really wants us to be fighting about Donald Trump. But really, we're actually trying to have a conversation about immigration policy. So, okay.
Which involves the president wanting more skilled workers.
Let's put Trump to the side for just a second. Because,
how can we?
The only people,
Trump ignites
I don't
MAGA
know,
anger.
in this room, maybe there are no MAGA Republicans in this room who are opposed to H-1Bs, but there are some. Nobody disagrees with Trump that H-1Bs are actually a valuable asset. Not in this room, but some people in your party do. Separately, Chris,
so
I wonder what you think of all of this.
Well, I wrote a book about Bobby Kennedy, so
we don't care.
We'll get to that soon.
Everything's black.
When we talk about an honest statement about American history on race, an honest statement, if all the people coming across the southern border were Dutch, would anybody give a damn?
If it's 20 million, hell yes. Yes, we would.
We'd be concerned about too many Dutch people in the United States.
There's not 20 million.
Give me a break. That's not true, and you know that.
If it's 20 million, yes, it would be true.
Too many Dutch people.
If 20 million broke
I'm just saying, too many
Yes.
Dutch.
Yes, if 20 million Dutches came in, we'd have a problem.
Japanese people always
They always
take
have to
things
turn it into rackism. Guys, Jasmine Crockett, gross me out today. Watch this.
Considering that the president right now is trying to obstruct on some very basics of let's just get a subpoena that says release all the information, I wouldn't be surprised, just like he obstructed the prosecution of one of his henchmen who took $50,000 in taxpayer dollars from undercover officers. I wouldn't be surprised if he sent a message and said, stop investigating. We're done with this. Epstein's dead. I don't want to hear anything else about it.
Do you have any evidence of that claim?
I have no idea. No, that's the whole point. I have no information. And that's why we need these files to be released, because we are looking for transparency, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent. Listen, if people decide that they want to continue to support a person who may be a pedophile himself or a person who obviously is covering for pedophiles, that's on them. But they should know at least the devil that they have decided to pick.
What's that?